Here's a step-by-step guide to help you get from Rome to your cruise port the easiest and cheapest way possible. Since you clicked on this video, you've probably already discovered the most important fact. That Rome cruise you booked isn't actually leaving from Rome. The real departure point is a city called Civitavecchia. It's about 80 kilometers or 50 miles away from Rome. And if you don't plan ahead, you could waste a lot of time and money just getting to your ship. Now, since my Italian's a bit rusty, from this point on, I'm just going to call this Port City. Now let's start in Rome. You'll need to make your way to Roma Termini. That's the massive train station that connects you to just about everything. You can take a taxi or Uber, the metro, or walk there. If you've got a lot of luggage, you may want to take a taxi or Uber. A taxi is actually cheaper than Uber in Rome, believe it or not. If you're staying near the station, you can just walk. Just know that some Rome sidewalks will be rough on your roller bag. We lost 2 wheels just trying to make it there. You can also use the metro. Both lines A, orange, and B, blue, stop at Termini. You don't even need a paper ticket, just tap your phone or contactless credit card at the turnstile. The fare is €1.50, good for 100 minutes of travel. The Termini train station can be overwhelming, with hundreds of trains leaving every day. You've got 2 train options, a regional train or an intercity train. Now here are the pros and cons of each. The regional train is cheaper, around €5 per ticket, while the intercity train will cost you around 10 to 15 euros. But the intercity train is faster, around 45 minutes versus up to 90 minutes with frequent stops on the regional train. The regional train can be quite crowded, and finding a spot for all your cruise luggage can be challenging. Meanwhile, the intercity train has assigned seating and large overhead luggage racks. The regional train's big selling feature, next to the lower price, is frequency. Trains leave every 20 to 30 minutes. Intercity trains leave far less often, giving you a lot less flexibility. Here's a trick I learned. Take a close look at the number of stops on your regional train. We almost booked one with 11 stops between Rome and the port city. But I spotted a train leaving a few minutes later with just 7 stops, and that saved us about 20 minutes. Just know that the Italian train system isn't known for its on-time record, so don't try to cut it close. Seriously. Either train option is fine, but most cruise passengers pick the cheaper regional train. If you're a pre-planner like me, book your ticket online and have it on your phone. That is so much easier than trying to navigate the ticket machines at the train station or standing in line to buy from a human who may not speak your language. Now, check the big electronic board for your train's platform number. Often there won't be a platform listed until around 10 to 15 minutes before your departure time. Termini is a huge station, and this is how we almost missed our train. Regional trains to the port city usually leave from platforms 25 to 29, which are not obvious. They're down a long hallway at the far end of the station. It can take 10 minutes or more to walk there with all your cruise luggage. Now let's talk about the ride itself. Part of the fun is watching the landscape change from city chaos to farms and then to the coast. When you arrive at the port city station, you are back to the chaos. This train station certainly was not designed to accommodate millions of cruise passengers. Be prepared to navigate steep stairways and tiny elevators with all of that cruise luggage. It's bad. Once you exit the train station, you'll still need to get to the ship. The cruise terminal is too far for most people to walk, so you basically have 3 choices. There are often taxis outside the train station. These will usually cost 10 to 20 euros. If you've got mobility issues, too much luggage, or you just want to skip the crowd, this is a solid option. The free alternative is this. From the station, you walk about 10 to 15 minutes to a place called Largo della Paz. That's the shuttle hub. From there, free buses run all day to the cruise terminal, dropping passengers off near their ships. No ticket required, you just line up and hop on. Here's a better alternative in my mind if you're willing to pay a bit. Just outside the train station, look for the port mobility buses. These only run on days when cruise ships are in port. For €6, they'll take you directly inside the port to your ship area. Just double check with the driver that the bus is going to your particular ship. Which one should you pick? Well, if you're lightly packed and don't mind a short walk, the free shuttle is the winner. If you've got more luggage or you're traveling with older family members, consider the port mobility bus or a local taxi. Now, private transfers from Rome are available, but only make financial sense if you're splitting costs with a big group or are willing to pay a lot for the door-to-door convenience. After the journey to your ship, you've earned a nice cruise vacation. Enjoy. And while you're planning that dream Mediterranean cruise, be sure to check out our port recommendations so you know what you should see and what you can skip. I'm Patrick, your Port Authority.